Welcome to another video. If you're a buyer and you're considering purchasing a new build home, you're in the right spot. In this video, I'm going to dive deep into all of the costs that are associated with buying a new build so that you know exactly what to expect. Many buyers just focus on the base price, but there's so much more to consider, and I'm here to make sure that you're fully informed. Make sure you stick around until the very end because I'm going to be breaking down all of the hidden costs, the ones that most people either overlook or just simply don't tell you about. So by the time you finish this video, you're going to have a clear understanding of the true cost of purchasing a new home. Hey, I'm Zach, and if this is your very first time to the channel and you want to know everything that there is to know about lifestyle, real estate, and new builds in Philadelphia, then you've come to the right spot. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me to help out the channel and tap that little bell icon so that you stay informed and you're the first to know about everything that you want to learn about. I've lived in Philadelphia for essentially my entire life, and because of that, it's the city I know best and the city I love most. Since being a licensed real estate agent for the last 3 years, I get calls and texts every single day from people just like you looking to make a move. So whether you're looking to move tomorrow or a year from tomorrow, give me a text, shoot me a call, or even schedule a free Zoom consultation to see how we can help you. Okay, so let's start by laying a little bit of groundwork about what I mean when I say new build. There's so many directions that we could go with this, but to keep things simple, I'm going to break it down into two main categories: custom homes and then what's often referred to as a production builder. For this video, I'm going to focus on the type of new build that about 90% of buyers end up purchasing, and that's going to be a home built by a production builder. Now, a production builder can include companies like Toll Brothers, Judd Builders, Keystone Custom, and so many others. Honestly, there's such a long list of builders, probably hundreds of builders, and even large national name builders like Pulte that we're going to talk about. The biggest difference between a custom home and a production builder is how the process is set up. With a custom home, you're going to start from scratch. You're going to have the freedom to choose almost every single detail from the floor plan to the finishes. On the other hand, a production builder has a more predefined system in place. This means that they're going to offer a set selection of floor plans, design options, and packages that make the process move a lot more efficiently. These builders are designed to cater to a wide range of buyers while still keeping things relatively affordable and straightforward compared to custom builds. They're already going to have a lot of things pre-developed. The floor plans are going to be pre-approved, they're going to have upgrade lists ready to go, and that's the focus of this video. I just wanted to set that context up front. This is going to apply to about 90% of the people watching, so let's dive into it. The first thing that we need to talk about when it comes to the cost is the floor plan. The floor plan is going to be one of the very first decisions that you make in the process. With a production builder, when you visit a new construction site, the experience is pretty streamlined. Typically, you're going to enter the office and they're going to have all of their floor plans displayed, either on a screen, a wall, or printed papers. Right away, they're going to start introducing you to their available floor plans and the prices that are associated with each one. Now, here's an important thing to keep in mind. The floor plan that you choose essentially determines what's called the base price. Well, whenever you see advertisements for new build communities saying homes starting at $500, this is referring to the lowest base price available at that location. Typically, the price is tied to the smallest, least expensive floor plan that they offer. So here's an example. Say that there's a community with 1,700 square foot houses to 4,000 square foot houses. The 1,700 square foot homes are almost always going to be the most affordable option. This is where the starting price comes from. So while the larger homes might catch your eye, keep in mind that the price in the ad is for the smallest option, and any upgrades or larger models are just going to add to that cost. Now, with the floor plan, you've got structural options that you could choose from, and these will increase the price as well. So you've got your floor plan, which comes with a set price, and that's pretty much the first thing that you need to know when it comes to the cost of a new build. Right after that comes what's known as structural options. Now, depending on the builder, these might be selected either during your first visit or in some cases at a later visit, usually within the weeks following signing the contract. Examples of structural options are things like extending the ceiling heights, adding an oversized garage, including an additional garage. It could be expanding the back of the primary bedroom. It could be making the primary closet larger, or even adding a bedroom altogether. All of these are going to be considered structural options. Now, depending on the builder, there's going to be a specific time where you can choose to upgrade these. In general, that's added on top of your base price, plus any other design options or exterior options that you're going to choose from. Now, let's talk about some exterior finishes. Most builders often offer several different exterior options for your home. These can include things like stacked stone, different roof pitches, or even various choices for shingles. You might even get options for the shutters on the windows, maybe some exposed wood, on certain areas of the exterior, but these are all sorts of different exterior finishes that you're going to be able to choose from. One thing to note is that if you visit a new construction site and you drive around and you find a house that you absolutely love, you need to be aware that some of the exterior features that you see might not be the standard or the base option for that particular builder. So say you're driving around and you find a house, an exterior that you absolutely love, and you're like, I need to have this one. You need to keep in mind that most new construction sites, they have a rule in place, and this is called the monotony rule. Now this rule prevents any two homes from having the same elevation and being placed right next to each other. They have to mix it up a little bit to avoid a uniform look. This rule is usually outlined in the CC&Rs, the deed restrictions, maybe the HOA guidelines, or could even be mandated by a local municipality. So while you might love the specific exterior design, it might not always be available in certain spots just due to this rule. Now, the exterior of the home is going to be one of the key factors that contributes to your overall price. The next thing that most people is going to choose is their lot, the specific plot of land that your house is going to be built on. Every lot is a little bit different, and there's typically two types of lots. You have a standard lot and then what's called a premium lot. So what makes a lot premium? Well, that's going to depend on the builder and what they consider to be a premium lot. Let's talk about some of the common characteristics that would make a lot premium, and keep in mind that this can vary. Now, generally speaking, things that would make a lot premium would include features like having an acre or more of land, offering a lot of wooded space or a lot of extra privacy. Another thing that can make a lot premium is its location. Lots that are at the end of a neighborhood or in a cul-de-sac, or even in a more secluded area, they often come at a more premium price. These lots tend to be bigger, they give you more space for activities, and some of these even pie-shaped cul-de-sac lots where the backyard widens out, they're considered premium lots because they give you a larger, more usable outdoor space. Another factor that makes a lot premium is views. So if your lot offers scenic views, it's likely to come at a premium. Privacy is important as well, and that's another aspect to consider. For example, even if you don't have a corner lot or a cul-de-sac lot, but your home backs up to open space or HOA common area that is never going to be built on, this can be a huge selling point as well. Knowing that nobody's going to build behind you gives you peace of mind, and it adds value to your lot. So your lot location and the features are definitely a fourth key component that contributes to the overall cost of your new build. And as for any standard lots, they make up to about 70 to 80% of the lots in a new build community. Typically they're similar in square footage, they're generally rectangular in shape, they might not offer any crazy or unique features, and they might not have a great view, and they might not back into any common area, but they come at a more affordable price. However, here's a little caveat. If you happen to buy early enough in a development of a new build community, you might still have a chance to pick from standard lots that actually offer some type of incredible features, similar to what you might even find in a premium lot. Here's an example. Let's say there's 15 standard lots in a row. Some of them might be elevated, some of them might have a better view, but because none of the lots are chosen yet, you get to pick the best of the standard lots, and that could give you a more premium lot feel at an affordable cost. So a little tip for those that are shopping for a new build, being an early buyer in the construction phase or when a community first opens can sometimes offer big advantages. You essentially might get the pick of the litter, so to say. Let's talk about upgrades. Upgrades are going to be all the things that you do to customize your home and make it truly yours. This includes things like the color scheme, the type of granite or quartz countertops, the color and the design of the cabinetry, the type of flooring, the style of the door handles, the plumbing fixtures, the electrical fixtures, everything. So whether you're opting for a barn door, you're sticking with standard doors, all of these choices are going to fall under the design and upgrade category of the home. Most builders have one or two processes that they go through when it comes time to picking these upgrades. And in every case that I've been involved with, even myself personally picking out the designs and the upgrades for my home, this process happens weeks after the contract is written. The first process typically involves a package system. So builders will offer packages 1, 2, and 3, and within each package, the key design elements are predetermined. So for example, the package will specify the paint color, it'll specify the color of the cabinets, the type of stone countertops, the type of flooring and the color of that flooring, and all of the other styles and features of the fixtures. Each package is going to be pre-designed by a design specialist, and you're going to select one of these packages for your home. For some buyers, this is a great option. It's going to give them peace of mind. They're going to know exactly how much they're spending on these elements. It also simplifies the process, and they can rest easy knowing that the costs are predictable. For others, the limitation of these packages can be frustrating. You might pick a package that doesn't have everything you want. For instance, it could have everything you like except for the cabinet colors. Or it might have everything you like except for the countertop colors. So while the package system offers simplicity and predictability, it might require some sacrifices in terms of customization. The other way the process can go is through a full design center appointment. In this case, after you've signed the contract, you're going to schedule a time to meet with the designer at the builder's design center. Now, these appointments can last anywhere from a few hours to several days, just depending on how much time you want to spend there, comparing and selecting different options. You're going to be looking at things like various tile options, different backsplashes, you're going to compare cabinets to countertops, explore door features, door fixtures, plumbing fixtures, you name it. You can spend as much or as little time as you would like during this appointment, but it's much more hands-on than the package system with a designer that's going to walk you through the entire process. Now, this is where you're going to encounter another cost aspect of your new build. From my experience working with so many buyers, and even myself personally working and building my own new build, most people tend to spend between 10 and 20% of the base price at the design center for additional upgrades. So for example, if you're looking at a $400,000 house, you should expect to spend roughly $40,000 to $80,000 on upgrades at the design center, just depending on how many customizations you choose to make. Now, with that being said, you don't have to upgrade anything if you don't want to, and many builders don't require upgrades. It's entirely possible to stay with the base price of the home and stick with the cost that I've outlined so far. You could choose a basic model without making any changes and still have a great home. However, if you do decide to visit the design center and you make some upgrades, it's typical for buyers to spend between 10 and 20% of the base price on those additional features. All right, well, I've got us pulled up here on our laptop, and you can see my screen. And essentially all I've got pulled up here is the New Home Source app, or the New Home Source website. And this website is accessible to you. I've got it on my website. If you go to zacharyneal.com, you can pull this up and you can see everything that I see right here. So you go to zacharyneal.com, you hit the new development tab, scroll down a little bit, and you'll see this New Home Source. You could click the map view, you could click the list view, but right now I'm going to show you the map view, and I'm going to show you how to use this platform, and then we'll jump back into the video. But essentially, this is going to show you, and I'd say 95% of builders are going to be on here. There are, say, maybe 5% of builders or so that don't choose to participate in here. But for the most part, everyone chooses to participate in this New Home Source. So depending on where you're looking, you could see we've got King of Prussia, we've got Wayne, we've got Malvern, we've got Glenmore and Coatesville, Harleysville out here. So depending on where you're looking, you can obviously scope into that community more. But let's take a look at this, we can do the skip back community right here. So it'll show you where the base pricing is. So they're priced from 1.229 to about 1.619, and it shows you they've got 3 to 5 beds, 2 to 5 baths, and they range anywhere from 2,400 square feet to about 5,600 square feet. Now, going back to the video, we could probably already imagine that the 2,400 square foot houses is going to be closer to that 1.229 price. Now, of course, the 5,600 square foot houses, they're going to be closer to that 1.619 price. And we could click around. So there's some that there are even some move-ins. So right here, there's 6 homes at Phoenixville Heights. So if we click on this community, this is a Lennar Homes community. They're starting at $484,990, so a little bit more affordable. And let's click on this. Is the Piper model, and you've got the model, you've got the neighborhood or the community, and you've got some pictures. So these are renderings, but then the inside, these photos should be of the actual home. So you can see they've got some of the cabinet designs, the counters and the floors, the backsplash, and you can just scroll down here and you can get an idea. So these are the home highlights for the Piper. This is the Piper floor plan. It's priced at $484,990. It's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, just over 1,800 square feet, and it shows you a little community map and a floor plan as well. And you can go through here, and this actually gives you access to the website. So if you were to go here, and then you could click on the Lennar website, and it will bring you right here. So this is the Piper model, and it's pretty much everything that we just saw on the New Home Source, except for the fact that this is their website. So you can see what the exterior A, this is an exterior A, and that's what the exterior looks like. It's got floor plans for first, second, and third floor, And then of course, if you weren't working with a realtor, you could fill this out. But a lot of times, if you're working with a realtor or someone like myself, we would have already reached out to the agents for you and set everything up. But yeah, you can click through, you get a lot of information. You can see approximate tax rate, approximate HOA fees, and then you can just jump back to here and you can go look at some more communities. The other thing I wanted to mention, it could be helpful for you, but if you've got an agent, they're going to take care of you. You've got the address right here, and then you've also got the hours that the office is open. So if you decide to represent yourself, or if you are an agent maybe and you don't know how to use this, or you just plan to stop by without your agent, you could do that. You'd have to go there and just say, hey, I'm working with an agent, this is their name. You have to tell them that right away, but you are more than welcome to stop by on your own, as long as you tell them that you have an agent. Let's see if we can, let's go back to here and let's see if we can find, so we'll just hit this back to search results. I wanted to see if I could find, I want to show you a few. I want to see if I could find the most expensive community, but I also wanted to see if I could find some quick move-ins, because quick move-ins are essentially, they're going to be homes that are ready to rock and roll. So they're built, they've got all the designs in there, all the upgrades, and they're really just waiting for a buyer to move in. They're typically ready to move in with, say, 30 to 45 days. But with quick move-ins, the price that you see with a quick move-in, or almost always, the price that you see with a quick move-in, that's going to be the out-the-door price. So that's going to be the lot premium, the upgrades, the base price, everything that home has. The quick move-in price is going to be the out-the-door price. So let's see if we can find something. Maybe there'll be something here in King of Prussia that we can look at. So this is a Toll Brothers community. If we click on this, let's see, we'll click on this. It'll take us into their tab. You can see this one starting at about $670. It's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath. And let's scroll down and see if this has any quick move-in options. So pretty similar to the other one. No quick move-in options. But once again, it just shows you how to use it. You can see that this Penguin Elite, it is priced at around $670. It's 3-bed, 2.5 bath, just over 1,900 square feet, 2-car garage, 2-story. And then of course you have the link to the Toll Brothers website right here, and it'll take you right there. They might have some quick move-ins on here. Let's see. So it shows you more of the photos. And a lot of times these photos are going to be fully upgraded. A lot of times, like for example, this laundry room, this is more than likely not a standard laundry room. They probably upgraded the cabinets, they probably threw in a sink. Even for this wall right here, they probably added some type of design on the wall. So a lot of these photos are probably fully upgraded, like right here, this island, this waterfall island. You got the vent fan, the cabinets to the ceiling. So a lot of this stuff is going to be fully upgraded. But let's see, I really want to show you guys a quick move-in. This is pretty cool too. So on a lot of these, it won't typically be on New Home Source, but if you click from New Home Source to their website, the Toll Brothers website, you will be able to see the site plan. So it'll show you some of the available. Right here, it's got the key for you. So you can see all the ones that sold. You can see some of the model houses right here. You've got some reserved ones. You got some quick move-ins. So let's see if we can click on this quick move-in. Home site 122. It doesn't give you any information as price or anything like that. But so I'm going to go find you a quick move-in, but like I said, you can see all of the photos here of the house. This is the basement probably. Finished basements are not ever standard, so of course you'd have to pay for a finished basement, which just essentially means putting drywall, doors, lights, flooring. Obviously they're not gonna furnish it. But let's see if we can go back to the New Home Source right here, and I really want to find a quick move-in. So you can see the map sprawled out. Let's find a quick move-in, and then we'll go look for the most expensive. I'm curious what the most expensive is. Let's see. So this is in Malvern, Toll Brothers. This is the Kelvin Elite model by Toll Brothers. It's in the Patterson collection. So the community is Anfield at Malvern. This is the Patterson collection. And if we go down, still no quick move-ins. But you can tell, you click on their website, and it brings you to this. Here we go. So on this community, this Kelvin, this Anfield at Malvern Patterson collection, you can see that this Kelvin Elite starting at about $877. It's a 4-bed, 3.5 bath. It's just over 3,000 square feet. And if we go and we click on the website right here, visit Toll Brothers website, you can show you what model it is, what the exterior looks like. But you go down right here and it shows you 2 Kelvin Elite quick move-in homes available. And you're going to see the 2 quick move-in homes. So this one out the door price is going to be $921,161, and this one priced out the door is going to be $927,995. And of course, if you have a real estate agent like myself, you can negotiate these prices, or you're always obligated to submit an offer. It doesn't mean that's what you have to pay, and of course, it doesn't mean that they're obligated to accept your offer, but you have that availability, you have that option. If we take a look at this, so you see it's lot number 16 and it's lot number 17. So if they have a quick move-in map, you could go find 16 and 17. I think they're right about here, 16 and 17, and you can see where they are in relation to the rest of the community. But let's see if we click on if they give us any more info. So you got some videos, some photos. This was pretty cool. I saw this yesterday. You could walk through the house here. So we do this for our listing. It's called Matterport. It's a 3D Matterport, and I do it for all of my listings. But it lets you walk through the home like you're on Google Earth. So this is going to be the model home, of course, and it's going to be fully upgraded. You're going to have the waterfall cab island. You're going to have the bigger sink. You're going to have the gourmet kitchen. You're going to have the cabinets to the ceiling. You're going to have recessed lighting. A lot of times recessed lighting is not standard. Recessed lighting is an upgrade, of course. You're going to have these cool designs in the foyer, the glass doors. So this is going to be a fully upgraded home that you're walking through, but it'll give you a good idea of the floor plan. It'll give you a good idea of the upgrades that you can do, or even just some stuff that you could do after you own it. But if we go back to here and we click on here, let's click on this one, View Home. You can go down and you can see this home specifically. So this is a 4-bed, 3.5 bath. It's just over 3,000 square feet, 2 garage, 2 stories. It's going to be on the left-hand side. You can see the color packages of the exterior. You can see what the 2D floor plan is going to be, and then these are going to be the design upgrades that are in there. So that's probably the backsplash, that's the floor, that's probably the paint, and that's probably the counters. And you could pick that out. It looks like for all of it. So the wall paint, yep, the cabinets. So this is going to, without even going to the community, this will show you exactly what lot 17, I think this one was, home site 16. This is going to show you exactly what lot number 16 is going to look like at this community. And if you want to go back and if you wanted to look at the other one, you click on View This Home. And you can tell it's pretty much the same. It's the same floor plan. It's got pretty much the same upgrades. The difference in price could be maybe an upgrade or so. It could be the exterior finish. It looks like this one's on the right. But yeah, I mean, this really shows you how to, the home site 17, this really shows you how to use this platform. Now let's go back to the new home map and let's see if I hit list and if I hit sort by most expensive, price high to low. Let's see what the most, it's probably about 2 million. So the Eisenhower, this is it's a Hallmark Homes Group builder. The Eisenhower Plymouth Road by Hallmark Homes Group, it's starting at about 1.925. And just like everything else, you'll be able to go through here. You can see the map view. You can see some of the highlights for the Eisenhower floor plan. I don't know if they're going to have any quick move-ins, but we'll click on their website and we'll check it out. It's Wissahickon School District, Bluebell Elementary, Wissahickon Middle, Wissahickon High. Office address, sales address, all of that. Let's see if we can, so like you can also see it, they've also got another one in Warrington, in a different community. This one's at about 1.3, so significantly different in price, but let's see what this website looks like. So we click on this website, you can tell it's starting at about 1.925, sorry. You can see the different elevations. So these are going to be the different fronts that you could choose from. These will be the different floor plans. And like if we click on available homes, okay, so there's no current spec homes. But this is a pretty easy site to maneuver, especially once you get an idea of it. So they even have their own map. This is for the Hallmark Homes Group. This shows all their different communities. So you've got the Plymouth Road one right here. This one's starting at about 1.89. You've got the Schoolhouse Estates.
This one's starting about $1 million, and then you've got this one starting about 1.1 million in Warrington. So just different locations, probably the same models or close to the same models. It's just difference in price and location really is what makes that up. Let's go back here and let's go check out one last time, so you can see this is sorted from highest to lowest. Let's see if we could do lowest to highest. There we go, Levittown. So this is a DeLuca Homes. These are starting about $379,900. This is the Chancellor. It's a 55 and up community, but let's see if they have any quick move-ins or anything like that. So it gives you more of the home, the property specifics, property details. You get the floor plan, and you could probably print this out, whether you screenshot it or you just download it as a PDF. You could probably print out that floor plan if you would like. It's got a loft, a living room, a dining room, and then of course you can click on the website, the DeLuca Homes website, and it'll take you to just more information. And typically they'll have, if they do have quick move-ins, they'll have them, here you go, if we hit available homes. So there we go. So all of these are going to be your quick move-ins. So this one's $499, $384, $479. All of the upgrades are picked. The lot is picked. The elevation's picked. Everything is picked out. You're really just picking the house, essentially like a resale, but it's brand new. You will get incentives a lot of times. So actually, a lot of times quick move-in or spec homes, they have the best incentives because that home is done, it's ready to go, and the builder needs it off their books. So they're willing to sell them typically at a better deal because it's there and they need it to go. So you can see this one's site number 11. It's currently under construction, I guess, but they're probably figuring it out and putting all the pieces together. And it's going to be priced at $699,900. But yeah, I hope this was able to help you maneuver this website. Once again, this was called New Home Source, and you can access this yourself if you go to my website, zacharyneal.com. You click on New Development, you scroll down a little bit, and you will have access. It'll look like this map view. So you'll just have to, zoom in. You'll have to find the community. There's so many. There's hundreds of communities. I mean, just all over that you could choose from. So if you zone into your specific area, whether it's King of Prussia, the main line, you get up here into Bucks County, whatever it is, you can look through there or reach out to me, and I'm happy to jump in here, send you some communities, get an idea of what you're looking for, and really do some good research for you. But let's jump back to the camera, and I'll tell you a little bit more about some of the hidden costs that these new build communities aren't going to tell you about.
Great, so now that you have an idea of how to navigate some of these new build sites and you have different cost categories to watch out for, let's talk about something important that builders aren't often going to tell you up front, some of the hidden costs. One of the most common hidden costs I see when working with buyers is related to interest rates. Many builders have in-house lenders that they work with, and this can impact your overall cost. For example, companies like Lennar Homes and Toll Brothers, they have their own lending arms. And they might offer you financing options, but the interest rates that they provide could vary significantly from what you'd find with other lenders, and this could end up affecting the total cost of your home over time. Many builders might promote these in-house lenders as a convenience, but you need to be aware of how the terms they offer compared to those available on the open market work. This could significantly influence your monthly payment and the overall financial picture. These lenders will often offer special incentives, such as lower interest rates, which can be tempting. I mean, right now, some builders are offering interest rates that are significantly lower than the market rate for resale homes, which sounds great on the surface. It's just important to be aware that sometimes, and not always, these lower rates can come with a catch. In some cases, the lender is charging you, the buyer, points on your loan to secure that rate. Now, these points show up as an additional cost at closing, which can add up to be significant. This is definitely a hidden cost that you need to keep an eye on. And this is one of the key reasons why so many people decide to hire experts like myself to guide them through the process. Navigating these details ensures that when you're making such a large financial commitment, everything is accounted for and you're getting the best deal possible. It's super easy to overlook these kinds of details, which is why it's crucial to have someone knowledgeable on your side to help you make informed decisions. So another hidden cost associated with new construction is landscaping, or rather the lack of it. So while the front of the house is likely going to be landscaped, it's going to look beautiful when you first drive up, the backyard is often just a blank dirt-filled canvas. And when you move in, you might be standing there thinking, great, what are we going to do with all this space? And how much is it going to cost? So whether you decide to do the landscaping on your own or you hire someone to do it, this is going to be an additional expense that builders often aren't going to highlight for you. Most buyers don't factor this cost into their budget, but it's important to consider. Appliances are another potential hidden cost. Some builders do include appliances on parts of the new home package, but not all of them do. So it's important to ask up front what appliances are included, as what you see in the model home might not necessarily be what you get. Model homes are typically fully equipped with high-end appliances, but those might not be included in the base price of the home. You need to make sure that the appliances you expect are listed in the contract and will be provided at closing. Confirming this early on can save you from any surprises down the line. Another very common hidden cost that so many buyers overlook is window coverings. When you're walking through a brand new home, either the model or even the home that you own before it closes, it's so easy to get excited and think everything is taken care of. You're looking at the brand new appliances, the fresh paint, all of the move-in ready features, but window coverings are often not included in a new build. And this is something that's super easy to forget, but it's important to factor it into your budget. So whether you're considering blinds, curtains, or any other type of window treatment, this is a cost that you definitely want to factor into your budget. Many new home buyers, they overlook this, and privacy can quickly become an issue, especially if you have large windows, if your home faces a busy street or even a neighbor's house. Without window coverings, you're probably going to feel exposed, especially in the evening when the lights are on and the windows are open. So if you don't want your neighbors peeking in at you and seeing everything that you're doing, invest in some type of window covering. These can include things from basic blinds, custom drapes, just depending on your taste and budget. It's very common that builders aren't going to bring this up during the sales process, and it's typically not included in the price of the home. So when you're planning your move and you're preparing your budget, don't forget to account for this extra cost, and it can add up quickly, especially if you're covering multiple rooms. Okay, here's a strange but very common one, and I promise I'm not making it up. Electric garage door openers. It sounds odd, but I've seen this happen time and time again. And in fact, I probably ran into it at least 5 or 6 times this last year, where a new buyer closed on their new build, only to find out that the builder did not include the electric garage door opener in the order. So you'll have the door, the track, and everything else, but they're gonna leave out the electric opener itself. And it's one of those hidden costs that builders rarely mention up front. Now, fortunately, in these cases, I've been able to help our clients by negotiating with the builder to get the opener added before closing, or I've just taken care of it myself, just to ensure that my clients don't end up with a manual door that requires a lot of extra effort to open and close. But still, it's something that most buyers aren't prepared for, so it's important to know that it's a possible extra cost. So there you have it. Those are all of the potential hidden costs associated with buying a new build. It's important to be aware of these details so that you're not caught off guard after you've already committed. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps support my channel and it lets us keep bringing you more valuable content. Also, please be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future videos that's going to guide you through the home buying process. Whether you're moving tomorrow or a year from tomorrow, or even just considering a move, let's get connected. I'd love to chat. I'd love to help you navigate your move. Whether it's across the street or to a different neighborhood, you can reach out via text, phone call, email, or even schedule a free Zoom consultation so that we can see how we can best help your needs. I'm here to help make your transition as smooth as possible wherever your next home is in town. Until next time, I'll see you around the neighborhood.